Hello and welcome back to the Hair and Lifestyle channel. My name is Jessica, and on this channel, I don't tell you what to do or what not to do. I just show you what I do and how I do it, and you get to decide whether or not there's anything you can apply to your own natural hair routine. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I achieved this look that I am so much loving. I would have called it a sleek pony, but it's not that sleek. Like, even though that was the look I was going for, so I was going for a sleek pony look, but I didn't get that. Like, I'm not getting that from what I'm looking at right now, but it's given, like, it's given what it wants to give. So we take it like that. Okay, so let's get into the styling process. So I got this wild idea to try Got2b glued for this pony. So I went ahead and then put a good amount into my bowl, and then I added the blast spray. What I did was I watched a few YouTube videos and some TikTok videos and the rest, just to be sure that I wasn't going crazy. Plus, on the package, it was written there that you can use it to slick down your hair and all of that. So I was going for a middle part. And so I divided my hair into 3 to make it easy to apply the glue. I wanted every part of my hair to get the glue so that I would have that sleekness. So this is me sectioning of my hair, and then I was ready to start applying the glue. So the back side, I decided to part it into 2 extra parts and then start applying the glue. So this is what the glue looked like. It became like really sticky once I had mixed it up with the blast spray. So I went ahead and then applied that to the first section of my hair, made sure that everything was like nicely coated, and then I went in with my comb to make sure to comb like the hair, because I wanted a very sleek pony. So I was trying to, yes, give it that sleekness. Okay, so after I was done with the comb, I went in with my brush for the extra smooth sleekness, and then once that was done, I went ahead to use a ponytail holder to hold that first section. So in all, I think I had like 4 different ponies in one pony. Okay, so once I was done sectioning off this part, I released the second part, the next part, and then I went in again with the glue, and then I sectioned that part off. So now by the time I was done with this whole part, what was left of the glue was like so small. So it means all that mixture I did like just went to 1 section out of the 3 sections that I have done. So I decided that once the container was empty, I wasn't going to go back and then do the mixture. I was just going to go in straight with the Got2b glued. So now at this point, I'm done securing the first section. So I would do the next, like half of the next section was left of the glue. Now after I was done with the mixture, I just got this bright idea to spray water into my hair, because I was going to be using the Got2b glued directly this time. Sorry. So I sprayed the water so that it will be easy to distribute the glue in my hair. So this is not a gel, it's glue. Got2b glued, it's glue. So yeah, that's what you see me do. I did that, I slicked it down nicely. So this is the final portion of the glue that was in my bowl. Okay, so I'm just repeating the same process. I went in with my comb to make sure that everything is like nicely picked out, like there's no bump there, like, yes, just to get it sleek. Okay, so I went ahead with the brush, just repeating the same process I did at the back side, and this was me sort of impressed with the outcome. Okay, so yeah, here's me going directly with the Got2b glued. So I warmed it up in my palms, and then I started applying it. So what I noticed was the glue wasn't gluing. Like I don't know what. Okay, I think my expectations were like all the way too high, but the glue, it wasn't gluing. But I was determined to make it work because I didn't have any other alternative. Like I couldn't think at the time, I couldn't think of any other glue that I had in my stash that would give me the kind of sleekness I was going for. So I was determined to make this one work, and it actually serves the purpose. But let me also say that right after I was done with everything, like I had to quickly just wash the whole thing out. Once I was done using the style for what I wanted to use it for, I had to like just go in, wash all the glue out, because it really gave my hair like a very nasty feel. Okay, so this is me doing my happy dance, because like I was happy I was able to sleek everything back. So now to the final section, I just repeated the same process. I sprayed my hair with water. I went in with just the Got2b glued glue, and then I went in with the comb, combed it out, and then used the brush to smooth it till I got it like, to lay down flat. At least like it did lay down flat. Yeah, so that's just what you see me do. So now let me go back to talking about the glue. So I wouldn't advise anybody personally to use Got2b glued. Like, yeah, let's just stick to using it for our wig caps and like our frontals and all of that. But if you are like me and you just want to use it like for one time, well, you can go ahead, like just go ahead and then try it. But I wouldn't advise that you keep it. Okay, so from the feel that I got, I wouldn't advise anybody to keep it. Like from what you can see here, like it was even itchy. Like it had this, I don't know how to describe it, but it wasn't a pleasant feel. But I was happy about it because I got what I wanted, and I got to use it for what I wanted to use it for. So yeah, I guess if that's the purpose of you out there also using it, I guess, yeah, you can make your work. So at this point I was done, but as you can see, like it wasn't really sticking. Like what I said earlier, I wasn't actually sticking, so I had to go in with some more glue. Like at this point I was just ready to finish the glue, because I'm like, okay, after this I'm not even going to use it for anything again. Like in my heart I was like, okay, yeah, I'm done. So that's it. I finally got it to the point where I wanted it to be, and then I went ahead to braid the back section so that I could fold it in to be able to attach my extension to it. So at this point I just sprayed the blast spray on it. So instead of mixing it up, I just applied the gel and then sprayed the glue, and then sprayed the blast spray on it. So now the blast spray did something good for me, because once I had sprayed and I used my soft brush to brush it off, like, yeah, something was, so that was it. And I went ahead to scarf it so that it would lie down. What I did was, as I had scarfed it, and I scarfed it halfway so I could have access to be able to install the extensions at the back. Like it was a long 30-inch extension. I'll show you very soon. I left out that part so I could install it, and then once I was done installing it, I used my hooded dryer to dry out the hair before I went ahead to take it down, like remove the scarf and then show you the final look. So this is the wig, 30 inches. Like it was really long, and installing it was not easy. Like it wasn't easy. Like I didn't expect the level of stress I got from installing this wig. So I went ahead with my pin. I used the pin to secure the beginning part of the wig, and as you can see me struggling to wrap it around the pony. That's my actual hair. So I did that. I tried till I reached the finish line, and this was like just one bundle. So once I was done with the one bundle, I left out a little bit, like you see there, so that I could wrap it around at the base of the pony so that it will secure the wig to my head. Like, I hope I'm making sense, but yeah, you can see what I'm doing. So I wrapped that around, and once I was done wrapping it around, like the volume was not cutting it for me. Like I'm like, no, it was cute and all, but it needed some extra, I don't know, like some extra volume. So I just combed it out just to be sure, be sure. Probably because I hadn't completed the look, I was not sure what I really wanted. So once everything was nicely combed out, it wasn't given. So I decided to add the second bundle, to give it like a fuller look. So I went in and grabbed my second bundle. Ignore the facial expressions, like I really don't know what I was doing. But yeah, that's the extra bundle. I just took it out, fluffed it out, like 2 will do a good job. So I fluffed it out, and then I went ahead to add it to the first one. So I typically just did the same thing. Once I had gotten to the end, I left out a little bit to wrap around the roots of the pony, and so that's just what I did. Now when you're doing, you really want to be careful so you're not picking the extra hair, and then otherwise you just keep wrapping and wrapping and wrapping it. You never finish. So that was it. Finally I was done. So I went ahead to try to put the wig together a bit because it had really tangled up. But one thing about this extension was that it wasn't very difficult to detangle. Like, it was that good. And I realized that some parts were coming loose, so I used the bobby pin to secure it nice and steady, and then I went ahead with my wide tooth comb to detangle it. And as you can see, it was effortless. The detangling was so effortless, and then the wig came out still looking cute. So now this is me all happy and smiley, and it was time to take down the scarf. So this was after I had gone under heat and everything, and yeah, it was still a little bit sticky, but once we had passed this stage, it was actually all right. So this was the final look, and I accessorized it for what I was going to use it for, but I didn't show that on there. That's it. Thank you for watching. I wish I knew